Good evening, everybody. Are we ready on that? Great. Welcome. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Everybody stand for the pledge to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call. We have a quorum. Approval of the minutes from the previous meeting. Anybody have any questions on the minutes? Move to approve. Motion. Second. Thank you. Okay. Any items from board members? No. Okay. Any items from staff? That's easy. Okay. We have a public hearing, V2114. 3730 Shiraz Lane Stream Buffer Variance. I'm sorry, that one's postponed. This is V2127 Falconio 1240 Wellington Place Pool Setback Variance. It's a consideration of a variance to reduce the rear setback from 20 feet to 11 feet for a swimming pool on a single-family detached lot. The property is located at 1240 Wellington Place and is legally described as being located in land lot 1101, 2nd District, 2nd Section, Fulton County, Georgia. Mr. Woodman?
Good evening, Chairman and board members. The applicant is requesting a variance to reduce a rear setback for a swimming pool from 20 feet to 11 feet. Have the location map on the overhead. The subject property is located at 1240 Wellington Place in the Roos Farm subdivision. Have a site plan and details. Let me zoom in on the site plan here. So the swimming pool is depicted in the rear yard. Swimming pool has a long, narrow shape in order to minimize further impact into the rear setback. There are no specimen trees on the property that are being impacted by the swimming pool. There are some smaller landscape trees in the rear yard that will need to be removed in this location. Those will be replaced with 5 4-inch caliper arborvitae, so evergreen screening type trees. And in addition, a 6-foot wood privacy fence is proposed along the side and rear of the property to further screen the tree from neighboring properties. We do have examples of similar variances being approved by both this board and council. And staff did look at the variance review criteria to determine whether this was a variance that could be supported. What we found was that the property does have an unusual shape. So the property is located on a cul-de-sac, and I'll go back to the aerial. And so the cul-de-sac, actually, the location on the cul-de-sac required the home to be set back a little further, which minimized or had further impact to the rear yard, so they didn't have as big of a rear yard as you see on some of the other properties. We do see in the aerial that there are other homes in this subdivision that do have swimming pools. And the applicant did provide letters of no objection from the 2 adjacent properties to the north and south, and they also provided a approval letter from Roos Farm HOA. And so staff is recommending approval of the applicant's request subject to 2 conditions. Condition 1 is swimming pool shall be permitted as depicted on the plans prepared by Georgia Classic Pools dated September 1st, 2021 with the 11-foot rear setback. And then condition 2, the property owner shall install evergreens and 6-foot privacy fence as depicted on the plans prepared by Georgia Classic Pools dated September 1st, 2021. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those.
Michael, is this other house, it's kind of down and to the left as we look at that photo, does that one have a variance as well for their pool? Yeah, just to your left there. Yeah, that one.
No, so neither of these required a variance to the pool. So the variance, the 20-foot setback, is for the water, applies to the water line. So while this pool looks pretty close to the rear property line, the water line does meet the 20-foot setback. So these did not receive variances. These lots also, have more of that rectangular shape, not being impacted by the cul-de-sac, whereas you can see this property has a pretty significant impact, which pushes that property back further.
Great. Any other questions? Thank you, Mr. Woodman. The applicant like to speak? Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Ashley. I am with Georgia Classic Pool, and then I'm Anastasia
Can you say your last name, Ashley, please?
Barton. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I don't have much more to add. He pretty much summed everything up for us. We just are trying to reduce that rear yard setback so that we can place this pool. Like you said, we have designed it pretty slender to squeeze in as much as we can so that we don't impact more into that rear setback. But if y'all have any questions, I'm happy to answer anything.
Thank you. Please.
I had one question. The setback that you are asking for will maintain consistent 11-foot setback after the pool is in?
Correct.
Okay, all the way across?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the furthest, the maximum that we were asking for, so everything else would be further inside.
Thank you.
Is there any worry about runoff? Because the pool's pretty close to the property line, and if you've got any slope at all, it's all going to run off since you have grass there now.
Correct. We definitely implement drainage and take care of any runoff, so it's a pretty flat backyard, but we always go in and ensure that any drainage is taken care of. If we have to run it, I know with the city of Alpharetta, they require water quality devices, so we'll make sure any drainage is ran to that to take care of that.
Is there any water features that'll be on the backside of that pool, like waterfalls or anything like that, that would bring it closer?
Any other questions? Thank you. Any motions?
I'll make a motion to approve the item with the conditions set forth by staff.
Thank you. Second? Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Great. Motion approved. Thank you. We do have a meeting next, on December 16th, our next meeting. And that's all we have. Motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Thank you, everybody.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you.
We do, for next month, we do have one item, but I wanted to let you know we also have two items scheduled for January as well. So we are